Kenny Caraway in the building for the handoff. Get that muted. Let me get that turned up. Oh, my bad. I thought you were already ready. That's my fault. I brought you in too early. It's
Look
okay.
at that.
That's okay.
All right.
Because it's just better. It just sounds
Just
better
it
in your head.
sounds better. Well, I mean, I hear you guys right here.
I like your spring outfit today.
Well,
Very spring colors.
I tried to throw some pastels in here.
I love that. You're usually like red, orange, or black.
Yeah, black is my favorite color.
Yeah.
And if some people don't consider black a color, then red is my favorite color.
Black's definitely. What are you talking? Black's definitely a color.
I'm just saying, they're like, that's not a color. That's just.
Yes, it is.
It's a color.
It's my favorite color, but
it absolutely is a color.
The backup is red.
I don't wear I don't wear any red,
no.
And I don't wear a lot of black either. I'm too pale.
Stop banging on us.
But today
James.
I'm wearing black.
They say I don't wear no red.
James about that crip life.
That's right.
James.
I don't wear pink either. Pink, I just look like. Oh, look at that.
You might be able to pull it.
Calls it the king's key.
No. You can pull off anything. It's just how you carry yourself in the colors of the clothes. You can pull anything off.
I don't know. Doug wore some plaid suits I could never have pulled off. Oh, we would always talk about it. Like,
James.
I love your jacket, but I could never pull that off. And he's like, yeah, probably not.
I think you could. I think you could.
You just got to walk in with a little swagger.
We both dressed well all the time. But it was just different. Like his stuff is.
Yeah, no, that's not no, you're not dressing poorly, but you can pull off what you would just need to get it tailored to fit you.
I don't know that outfit that Damien was wearing yesterday when he was sitting over there. I could not pull that off.
Matter of fact,
that's a great point.
What I'd like to see is you dressing like what's my man's name? Is it Goldstein? The NBA guy with the hair and the boots and all that.
No.
What's his name?
Jimmy Goldstein.
Yeah. You could.
I can't pull off Jimmy Goldstein like with the cowboy hat.
That's crazy.
That's
nuts.
I told you I had to like help him find the trailer to get in Toronto.
Yes.
So I ended up walking like I don't know 3 city blocks with Jimmy Goldstein, and it was all uneven ground, like trying to help him get there, like wearing his boots and stuff.
So I was tripping out because for the play-in game, they moved the media area, right? So we're down on the floor for the area, not where we sit, but for the area. And I come out of the media area, and right there is Jimmy Goldstein. And me and my mom, we always like, oh, he's there, at least at the game or whatever. So I like took a picture like as close as I am to Kyle. I was like, look who's here, Mom. Jimmy Goldstein in the house. So yeah, he was there at the play-in game.
This might be a bad question. It gets me made fun of, but whatever. We're having fun. Who's Jimmy Goldstein? Like, I know who he is, like at games, but like, what does he do?
I don't know. Isn't he like a real estate guy or oil or something like that?
I think he's a real estate guy, but I also think he's like a default guy. He's a bad credit guy. Like he doesn't have bad credit. Like he prays. He's a predatory lender.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
According to several reports, he makes his fortune by Google, so we can definitely.
It's
real.
He makes his fortune by buying mobile home parks and raising rents, sometimes by more than double, on the mostly senior citizens who already live on the plots of land they lease from the parks.
This is not okay.
What a terrible guy.
Yo,
my God.
You just told me there's no Santa Claus. You completely ruined Jimmy Goldstein.
Okay, all right.
I thought he was so cool for being at these games and courtside, and he travels and all this other stuff, and now he's just a jackass.
Well, that and he always has like a 6'3" supermodel with him everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like here he is in a photo with Drake.
Shout out to Jimmy Goldstein. Yo, the Kings. I was thinking about. I want to know what you guys think. I was thinking about watching Sixers Knicks.
Incredible game.
Great series. I feel like it's this year's Kings Warriors.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, you got the proximity with the closeness of the fans and all. And I tap in, on the Odyssey app to WFAN and WIP, and they got their own thing going. Somebody was even talking about like, I felt this with every fiber of my body. It's like, I just want this to be over. More than anything, like I'm so exhausted from these games, from the fans, all this. I just want this to be over at this point. I remember being there about a year ago.
Yeah, 1000%. Same.
It really does feel like a heavyweight battle and guys that have like they got very little left in one team. One guy has very little left in the tank, and somehow he keeps like standing 8 count and like I'm gonna keep going, and you're like, all right, man, I don't think this is good for you. I don't think this is gonna it's gonna take years off your life, but go ahead.
Well, and that's the thing is it's really similar, but like the Sixers aren't at the end of the Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey run the way it felt like the Warriors are nearing the end of the Steph, Clay, and Draymond run. But it is like, hey, they are just dragging themselves to try and get to that next round. Yeah. Like there's a similar feel of these are two teams going different directions.
Yeah, and they're almost. I don't think the Knicks are at a crossroads, but it feels like Philly may have some decisions to make if this doesn't work out. Whether it's Embiid, whether it's going to get somebody else. Like, do you add to this, or do you kind of break it up and be like, man, I don't know if Joel can hold up.
Yeah.
Like, so they got some
tough decision, dude.
Yeah, they got some decisions. I only bring all this up because we were talking about people in the stands, and all the people that were at Game 7 last year. That was like kind of random. Like Harry Giles was back in the building.
Oh yeah.
Kyrie Irving was at Game 7. You remember that?
Oh yeah, he was sitting baseline, like over by court seat.
That's right.
Kyrie Irving
courtside Kenny seats.
Game 7. Well, that's not my seats, but sitting next to Kyrie Irving, or like maybe a couple seats down, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch were at Game 7. It was so bizarre.
Right. It was so bizarre. I mean, that is the randomness of like I've like Kelsey Grammer was at a game with Vivek like years ago. Like, why is Kelsey Grammer? Why? Like, what is happening here? Why is Fraser Crane here?
These guys have irons in so many business fires.
Oh yeah,
that it's just, hey, can you meet with Kelsey Grammer for?
Man.
Yeah, I'll bring.
Well, we had the one game we had Chuck Liddell sitting next to Brett Favre.
Well, and then look,
talk about
game 2. He had Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent sitting damn near next to each other. And if anybody knows anything about that history, that's real beef. And Vivek, he was there to have him piece it up.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Like, all right, dog. Yeah.
We need him like brokering world peace. Now we know.
You've got
we have the answer.
Jason Derulo lighting beams.
Well, that's crazy. And where's Jesse at? That is, I don't know where my flag is, but that's crazy.
What?
You said Jason Derulo lighting beams. Come on, man.
All right.
I don't know. Hey, no. I'm challenging that. I'm challenging that.
Jesse threw the flag. Jesse threw the flag.
For the longest time on this show, I've been smoking weed.
Jesse's
and now
back.
It's a flag? The rules have changed. No, the rules changed. I was not notified.
You can't mug the receiver like you did in the 1990s.
I'm filing a formal protest.
You can't mug the receiver down the field like you did in the 90s.
I'm filing a formal protest.
Real quick, just want to ask you guys before we get out of here, too, and I'll talk about this on the show. Is MSG the best arena in all of sports? I just think the layout of it, like there's not this.
I've never been, so I don't know.
Well, I've never been either, but just looking at, there's not this wall of suites that kind of separate people. It just seems like 19,000 people there.
Okay, so first of all, the sight lines aren't great. Like, no, they're not, because
one of the decks goes like back.
Right? Yeah. So it's like the bowl. That's where Golden won. The lower bowl is pretty steep.
Yeah.
That's not the way it is with the Knicks. So it goes way out. So then the second and third deck, they're like way the heck out there.
I noticed that last night. Like when I was like, can those people see?
Yeah,
it's going back, not up.
I don't know,
but it looks phenomenal.
It was cool to be there.
Were unreal last night.
Yeah, it was cool to be there for All-Star Weekend, and like I was walking down the tunnel, and like Christina Aguilera and Queen Latifah walked by me.
That's lit.
And then I was standing there, I'm like, hey, there's Ben Stiller. And I was with the Basketball Jones guys, and they're like, where? I'm like, he's literally like from us to you. He's right there. And they're like, I don't see, because he's a short. I move the guys over. They're like, oh, look at that. There's Ben Stiller.
I love, and Golden One Center is number one, of course, but I love that there aren't, these new stadiums, arenas, they got a whole section, a whole 5 rows of suites, and it separates people from, from the whole experience. You don't have that at the Garden. I just think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
When that place gets rocking, it feels like a movie.
It does.
How it felt last night.
Movie status.
And then Tyrese Maxey was the villain. 7 points in 17 seconds. Nuts.
Crazy.
All right. That's James Ham. I'm Kyle Madsen. He's Kenny Caraway. D'Lo and KC coming up next. They'll be rocking with you until 4 o'clock right here on ESPN 1320, Sacramento's sports leader. Bye.